Tropical storm Isaias caused quite a mess around Suffolk. We showed you some of the damage to businesses, but of course homes took a hit too.
Yeah, there are downed trees, branches, power lines scattered all over the place. And 10 of your size Geena Arevalo has been talking to residents over the last couple of hours. And Geena, how's the cleanup looking for the people who live there?
Tom and Anita, the cleanup is going to take a few days at least. We are standing once again in the, near that same home that is off of East Riverview Drive and Western Avenue. Take a look at this damage behind me. It looks like a jungle back here. You can see where that likely tornado came through here. It looks like this was some of the path that it came through, and you can see there's a crane working on the home back there. That's where our Aisha Tolliver was at earlier in the day. That home is off of Lexington Avenue, I believe, and people were inside that home at the time. They are okay, thankfully, but you can see there's a huge chunk of the roof that is just simply missing. And then you can see the trees over here, they're just snapped in half like toothpicks. And again, y'all, this looks like a jungle out here. I want to take you over here. I'm going to try and be careful because there's lots of debris. As you can see, these are trees that are estimated to be about 100 years old. It took just seconds for them to come down. Take a look right over here. This car had a tree fall on top of it, completely crushed it. The length of these trees is so long. Again, they are estimated to be about 100 years old, and we're told they were swaying from side to side last night before they eventually came toppling down. And over here, I'm not sure if you can see through the window. Drew will try his best to get a shot of that, but there are shattered windows back here. Whenever that storm blew through this area, the windows just completely busted. Again, lots of downed trees. That's probably the biggest thing that we've seen in this area. As you mentioned, some downed power lines as well. There's also some gas leaks in this area, at least some that they were trying to work on. When we were walking over here to this area, we spoke with the gentleman who works for Virginia Natural Gas, said that he was also looking for some leaks. Right over here, again, going to make my way and just try to be careful. It's pretty crazy. Again, the track or the possible path of this tornado, it's just so weird. It's like it totally hit some homes, and then others it just completely skipped. But again, this is not one of them. Drew, I'm not sure if you can kind of see over this tree right here, but more damage and destruction. Trees just scattered everywhere. That storm ripped off the side of this home. You can see the insulation well into the attic, and it also sent a tree right into the middle of that home. I spoke with that homeowner. He didn't want to go on camera, but he says he and his family were trying to get to a safe place whenever that tree came crashing down. I want to take you back right over here too, Drew, if you can pan this way. Again, trying to make my way safely, guys. There was a lot of debris. If you can see right back here, there's a home that now has blue tarp on it. That roof was blown off. We spoke with a man who said his mother lives in that home. Again, this all happened around 3:30 in the morning. So for some people, they tell me they were awake because the wind and the rain was coming down so hard. Others told me they woke up because of their alarm from those tornado warning alerts that were going off, and they were trying to get to a safe spot whenever that storm passed through here. Again, the National Weather Service is going to be coming by, surveying the storm damage to determine if in fact it was a tornado that came through here. It looks very likely that that's going to be the case. I want to show you some of the damage that we got from earlier when we first got out here. Again, we saw some down fences, down trees, down power lines. And again, there was people who tell us they were just trying to get to a safe part of their home whenever that storm blew through here. Something that stuck out, you know, we often hear that tornadoes, an approaching tornado may sound like a freight train. People out here tell us they didn't quite hear that there was a lot of the rustling of the trees and the leaves and things hitting the sides of their homes. And one man told us that it sounded like the air was getting sucked in, the tornado was sucking in everything around it. We also spoke with the woman who lived inside this home that she had her car crushed by this tree. She says she was sitting in her stairwell. She describes the moment that the storm passed her home. Here it is.
It was more like thumping and things hitting the house and shaking. And I screamed at my husband, and he started running towards where I was, and at that point, glass was breaking.
Now, again, she tells us that that was probably the scariest moment for her. She says that it was surreal. That's what another gentleman told us, that, you know, we hear of these things happening in other parts, but it was kind of unbelievable to think that it happened right here in Suffolk. Again, that woman's home was very lucky. These trees got so close to the home. The most damage they have is broken windows and, of course, their vehicle that was crushed by this tree. But other than that, they were okay, and that's another miracle. This destruction, nobody was injured out here, guys. You know, we're told that there may have been some minor scrapes and stuff from things falling in the home and whenever trees were crashing through the roofs and stuff of these houses. But other than that, everybody was okay. Again, I've never actually seen anything like this. I grew up in Texas. Tornadoes are pretty common there, but this is probably the first time that I've seen trees just scattered about like this. Again, they look like toothpicks out here. It's just crazy. But again, the cleanup is going to be going on for some time. Some people tell us that it's a community effort out here. We've seen lots of people with chainsaws helping each other. They say it's going to be like that for quite at least the next few days as they get this cleaned up. We're told it's a really tight-knit community out here. And so again, they're all jumping in, helping each other. And they're just glad that everybody is okay. Of course, cars and homes can be replaced, but lives can't. So that's the one good thing that came out of this last night. This is one thing they're celebrating. Also quickly, although there were some homes that were destroyed out here, heavily damaged, we're told that none of the residents who had their homes damaged chose to seek shelter in the shelter that was opened up by the city, I believe, at the high school. That shelter has been shut down for now. So it appears that everybody who had homes damaged has made arrangements. We will keep you updated and let you know of anything else out here. We heard that there was another home that was pretty badly damaged a few streets down. We're going to check that out, and we will check back in with you coming up later tonight on WAVY News 10 at 6:30 and 7 o'clock. For now, reporting live in Suffolk, Geena, Arevalo, 10 on your side.